So coming back to your TED talk, what was the name of your talk? I forgot the name of your
So
TED talk.
I had named it as Ego, a way out of mental illness. And
Yes.
then they named it as One in a Billion and a Billion in One.
Oh,
10
that's
people actually renamed it as
okay.
One in a Billion and a Billion in One. I think maybe
Now,
because they heard my story and that's how they came up with the title and put the title as something like that.
great. So I saw the way ego was written. It was like an E with an arrow and then go. So what does that
Yes,
mean?
yes. So, what I wanted to basically actually say through that is that it's important for, so instead of the E, if you look at it as an I, it's the I that needs to drop after a certain point in our lives. If we move from the I and we move to a we, I think life just becomes much more beautiful because I always is going to lead to illness. It's we
Mhm.
that's going to lead to wellness. And
Okay.
that's where a shift needs to happen. So I wanted people to actually look at it as the moment you drop your I and you look at something which is bigger, the purpose being bigger, because my story actually, whatever I've narrated in my TEDx, actually has been my story which made me move from an I to a we. And my we
Okay.
did not only restrict myself to my family. My we was about looking at people at large. What can my contribution be so that people at large could benefit? Because I'm sure God has given us all some talent. He has
Yes.
sent all of us for a purpose over here. Why
True.
can't we introspect a little bit and know what is it the best that we have, which we can share with others? And that's where my journey started moving in, where I said that चलो यार मुझे तो वो छोटी चीजें मिल गई है जो मुझे चाहिए, मुझे फ्रीडम चाहिए, मुझे उसके अलावा और कुछ नहीं चाहिए. My only one seeking in this life has always been about freedom. I have
True.
throughout wherever I have gone now, my seeking has been only for freedom. I said अब तो मुझे वो चीज मिल गई है because my parents have literally given me enough freedom now to do whatever I want to do. I said now it's time for me to look at something beyond myself. Looking something beyond, ऐसे बाकी का लाइफ में चलता रहेगा, चीजें आएगी जाएगी होती रहेगी ups and downs, but now it's about something higher, and that's where I started working on taking things a little higher, then started connecting with youth because I feel they are the future. They are the
Yes.
ones who are going to take things forward, and I think they need direction in today's times. They are super talented. I think the youth is super talented today. They are way more talented than us also, but they don't have direction. They don't have somebody who they can look up to, who they can say that, you know what, I can bank my life on you and I
True.
want to know how do I lead my life from here. So that's where it's still transforming. I've still not moved from the I to the we completely. I've not given up my I. It's still there. It still keeps coming. And I think I enjoy that little boost also sometimes to have to myself saying that हाँ चलो मैं कुछ तो कर रही हूँ. But वो मैं में से आगे निकलना है बाहर. It is a everyday I think effort that I
Okay.
make to leave that me. But टफ है वो चीज करना, वेरी टफ.
टफ फिलहाल लग रहा होगा, बट जैसे जैसे दिन जाएंगे, जैसे जैसे आपकी एक्सपीरियंसेस बढ़ेगी, जैसे जैसे आप अलग अलग लोगों से मिलेंगे, तो डेफिनेटली इट बिकम्स easier, to let go of that I. Because I just read Robert Zink, Miracle Alchemist. I'm just speaking to,
Yeah.
I mean, listening to his audios and videos, and he just said one thing. The most powerful learning which I got today is that you are the universe pushed outside. I repeat,
Absolutely.
you
Wow.
are the
Wow.
universe pushed outside. It was amazing. And Namrata, when you were speaking, I'm just feeling like, okay, I'm looking at the mirror and hearing my own voices.
Sweet. No, so that makes me really ask you that what has been your journey so far? Because I know that you have worked with children very largely, and then you've now been, working with the youth a lot. So what and how has your journey been so far? We'd like to hear a little bit about you also.
Well, I turned in a small life. Nah. Follow. So I started my journey as a very timid young girl who was very shy of.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah, I was very shy and never could open my mouth in front of others. But
okay.
people always push. Sorry. So people always pushed me to become my best, and they saw something and said, "Oh, you think I can do it?" So I just jumped, and that's how I started, working on myself. And it was like, Vijay should do this. You have the teacher come in and say that, "Come on, I think Vijay, you can go and take part in that inter-school competition. So please go for."
Jeevik, I've not been able to hear you.
Yeah, yeah. I'm so
Hello.
sorry. There was
Yeah.
this young girl who wants to talk to me, so she was trying to connect to
Okay.
me. So I just had to
Okay.
take.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just realized that there isn't anybody, who's ready to do that. I said yes because I was a yes. I always wanted to please people at that moment. Whether it was the
Okay.
expectations of my parents, whether it was the expectations of my teachers, my friends, whoever, I was a yes person. I still don't know whether I'm a no person, but yes, I have started making attempts to say no, which I realize is a very, very important part. So, from being a student who was saying yes to everybody, I started coming into the role of a leader in many of my, college and school days. And then I did my B.Ed because that was a profession which my mother thought is best for girls because बहुत छुट्टियां मिलती है family के लिए बहुत ये है, and I never wanted to be a teacher, but because she pushed me, I gave application just one college, and I was just
Hmm.
praying that please I should get rejected, I should get rejected, but unfortunately I got selected amongst 1700 people had applied and 100 were selected, so I was one amongst that 100 and I became the CR of the college. So that's how my leadership skills started.
Wow.
And
Hmm.
immediately after I did my B.Ed, I got a job. Obviously, that is what we look out for. Yes, go to school, study,
Absolutely.
and get a job. That's it. So life is settled now. Government job है, मजा आ रहा है, enjoying. Pay back at the end of the month आता है, कुछ सोचना नहीं है. But I realized that I'm a very creative person. So I used to start doing things very differently. So in school, we have a variety of activities. So all the extracurricular activities and the outstanding students would be my friends. So whether it was choreographing a dance or whether it was a play or whether there's a fashion show or things like that, I used to enjoy those activities the most. ऐसे जाते 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 साल निकल गए and once one ex-student came and told me, did you miss still at Vivek? So I sort of, you say, वो sir मेरे को something I have to do something else. It was like people were expecting me to do something more than what I was doing then. And I knew it, but I did not know what. So I just, pursued myself and I did some courses in psychotherapy and counseling, became a counselor, started practicing,
Wow.
and I started enjoying it. And for almost 10 years, I did it along with being a teacher. There is somebody else talking that's coming behind. What sound is that?
Hmm. Not here. Not at my end.
Okay, now it's stopped.
Huh.
Yeah. So after that, I got uh, promoted to the post of a vice principal. And being the youngest in the group, there was a lot of issues that I needed to deal with. But I had just one thing in my mind: people are good at heart, and
True.
I didn't have an ego to throw my weight around. So that really helped me. I started enjoying, and later on I said this is not something that I want to do. I came to a point where I became stagnant, and I said this is not what I want to do. And on the other side, my workshops were going on, and that was giving me a lot of thrill. So then I decided to take a decision, and from a vice principal, I turned into a life coach, and from a life coach, a
Okay.
life designer, now an entrepreneur, and hoping to be a philanthropist. So that's been my
Wow.
journey.
Wow, wow, wow. There's so much for us to learn. I think I have a long way to go listening to your story with the different transitions that you've gone through. I think there's lots yet to do. Like I said, I still feel like I'm doing nothing.
No, I still feel like there is so much more to learn. There is so
True.
much more to learn, and I think I will not stop till my last breath, because
Right.
I think it's a lifelong process. It's a lifelong
True, true.
process.
It is. Learning is a lifelong process. Changing is a lifelong process. And I think till you keep investing in yourself, life is going to be beautiful. The moment you feel like I know everything, it's gone.
It's gone. It's
You're
gone.
definitely gone for a toss then.
Right. So, in your TEDx speech, again, you spoke very clearly about values and valuables. Okay.
Hmm.
So, when you focus, valuables are important, but values are more important, especially in the field of relationships. So, my
Correct.
question to you, as a relationship counselor as well, is that don't you think that before people get into a relationship, they need to see if the set of values are at least same or similar?
Hmm. So I think this is an amazing question, and I think viewers will love, hearing this part, because relationships is one of the areas where a lot of people are going through ups and downs. I'm actually writing my book on relationships right now, and I think while this quarantine period is going on, it's going to be much, much nicer because I have full time to now invest properly into this. So by the time we come out of lockdown and stuff, I'll be quite ready to start publishing it by the end of this year. But
That was the next question actually.
Acha. No, so
I would have asked.
I've been writing it since a long time, but I wanted to make it something different. So I'm not writing just on couple relationships. I'm writing on all the relationships that we live with, from ourselves to others to our relationship with the universal and cosmic energy. So I'm trying to comprise everything because I think that's the key that connects us. Anything relate is very tough in today's times because we are actually surrounded with technology and we
Right.
like keeping ourselves busy with technology.
Okay.
So I'm saying that at a youth age, when I was in my college or when I was just, I think, towards the end of my college, I gave a lot of importance to luxury, a lot of importance to I want this, I want that, blah, 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 and having, fixed mindset on things. And that is one thing which uh, made me with time more and more unhappy. I said
Oh,
सब कुछ मिल रहा है फिर भी वो क्यों नहीं मिल रहा है जिससे मुझे satisfaction feel हो. And that's when my search started कि there is something beyond this. कुछ तो है जो ये valuable से नहीं मिलने वाला है. क्योंकि वो तो सारी चीजें बचपन से भी है और अभी और मिल रही है लेकिन फिर भी क्यों वो satisfaction नहीं feel हो रहा है. And that is when I started realizing that it's actually your inner self, your basic self, which is through your values that's come up from your childhood upbringing, which actually instills in you. If you keep that intact, you will be able to relate to people so much better because any parent from childhood wants to instill the best that they can in their child. And that's what we carry throughout our life. But as we keep growing, we normally notice that we take in a lot of sanskars from outside. Like,
true.
you go to college, you meet different kind of people, and you start becoming a different person with time. I'm saying, yes, take in a lot from others, but choose what to keep and what not to keep out of that. Because that's going to define you as a person eventually. And when you relate with people, when you get into any relationship, so I always say, that, and a lot of clients come to me for pre-marriage counseling. That's one of the things that is very, very important in today's times
I,
because,
I, I would like to interrupt there and say that,
yeah,
this pre-marriage counseling, it has turned professionally now. But even in our
yes,
times, the church has a pre-marriage counseling session which has to be
true,
attended
true.
compulsorily.
Yes, yes,
So there were certain realizations that I went through when I attended that course with my husband, and I'm thankful that he joined me in that during that time. So there was some powerful realizations that come. So to everybody who's getting ready to get married, I am suggesting, please go in for a pre-marriage counseling. It is very essential. One. Second, we also have a tool which is called as psychometric assessments. Okay,
Yes,
so
yes,
these
yes.
psychometric assessments are the ones which you should match before you match your kundalis. Okay, so that you have a clear understanding. So, by the way,
So
Namrata,
I actually have a 13-page assessment for
okay,
people when they come for pre-marriage counseling because we assess every side of them. It's from their thinking towards finances, their thought process towards children, their thought process towards spirituality, God, whether they like the kind of living that they would have to live as a wife. मतलब आप जो बोलो ना वो सब वो 13 pages में हमने basic comprise
so
किया है.
you
So
mean
the
to say
male
that
does it
personality,
separately.
yeah, so you mean to see the personality traits, the
Yes,
values, the
yes,
attitudes that
yes.
they have, and the
Everything,
cultural background. So the questions are
everything.
discussed around this area.
So
So
I'll tell you what the basic outline is basically assessing the person at their physical level, their emotional level, their psychological level, their spiritual level, and
hmm,
also their financial level. So
hmm,
what happens is that they both know everything about each other at a certain point then. Because when the counseling starts, we actually discuss every side of the other. And thus there are less false expectations in a relationship, and also they understand the basic values of where the person is coming from, whether they
true,
will be suited for living with that person for a lifetime or no. You get attracted and you make decisions about marriage and relationships. However,
right.
in the long run, it's not the attraction that matters, but it's actually the way you understand each other and the way you accept each other is what matters in the long run. So, yeah, the values I believe are extremely important compared to the valuables because valuables can keep coming and going in our life. I think there's no condition on that. But values are something that we need to start. And this is something I would say for parents from now onwards, whoever is a parent right now of young children or are going to become future parents. Please, it's very important to focus on the first 6 years of children. The
Yeah,
first 6 years you are
4 to 7
actually
years.
instilling the right, like हमारे एंशियंट साइंस में बोलते थे वो जो संस्कार आप लोड करते हो ना पहले 6 सालों में, वो संस्कार इंसान के साथ लाइफ टाइम तक रहता है.
Yeah,
हम
your first
like
six
I
years
come
decide your 60 years. Your
I
first 6 years decide
absolutely.
your 60 years.
Absolutely. And that's I think something that I feel very proud of, that my parents put those sanskar at that time, coming from that. So मैं भले ही मिटिबाई गई, मैंने full modern life जी लिया, पूरा बैंड्रा का life जी लिया, सब कुछ किया, लेकिन I still see that side in me which is cultural. I still see that side in me which is very homely, and I feel very happy about it कि अच्छा हो उन्होंने तभी किया वो चीज, वरना हम आज ये नहीं होते थे, वरना हम पता नहीं कुछ अलग ही इंसान होते थे जो probably हमें भी नहीं अच्छा लगता था. So parents need to really keep that intact even now.
True.
My parents are very busy living their own lives and they want to do their own professions and have their own identities. I appreciate and I absolutely support you in doing that. But don't forget that you have taken the responsibility of being a parent, which means that you have taken the responsibility of the growth of a soul. So please do your best to fulfill that responsibility alongside doing what you love to do.
See, actually, what I see here is, parents do want to take the responsibilities, but वो अपने ही problems में इतने उलझे हुए हैं और ये नहीं समझते हैं कि उनके problems को भी solve करना उतना ही जरूरी है. Because if you are not at ease, your children will sense that
Absolutely.
discomfort and they will not feel secure. So it's very important for you to see. Many times I've had cases where इसका ये problem है, आपको इसको counseling की जरूरत है. एंड देन आई से मुझे है ना पहले पेरेंट्स का सेशन लेना है उसके बाद में मैं बच्चे का
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
so they
I
ask
think
me
चिल्ड्रन
like
के केस में चिल्ड्रन को कुछ बोलने की जरूरत ही नहीं है, हमें सिर्फ पेरेंट्स को ही बोलने की जरूरत है ज्यादा.
Thanks for viewing, and I'm sure you've had a good time. Like, comment, subscribe, and share as much as possible so that others too can be enlightened. We'll be happy to bring you more and more videos. And if you have any queries with regards to personal development and personal growth, do write to us at seminarbiji@gmail.com or message us on 8355 824 990. I win when you win. God bless.